Ashley from Through the Loop Yarn Craft, and today we are going to make this very special pattern that was designed for the 2021 Crochet Cancer Challenge, the Louka Beanie. The Louka Beanie is made in an emerald-like color to help bring awareness to liver cancer. Louka was my Nana's nickname, her full name being Mary Lou, and she sadly had passed away from liver cancer when I was about 23 years old. She was an avid yarn artist and could crochet, knit, plastic canvas, all of it. And so this beanie is a special design in her memory. For the Louka Beanie, I have used a gorgeous, light and fluffy, bulky weight cotton called Billow from We Crochet. It is a gorgeous yarn to work with, and it has fabulous texture and feel to it. I'm also using my 6.5 millimeter Furls Odyssey crochet hook. For the video, we will be making the adult small size. You can find the free written pattern for that size as well on my blog. However, in the premium PDF copy, there is also a child size and adult large. If you like this video, please let me know by hitting the subscribe and that like button, and head on over to my blog to read more about the Crochet Cancer Challenge. There you will also find links to all the other patterns and designs being offered especially for this yearly challenge. So let's gather our supplies and make the Louka Beanie. All right, so the Louka Beanie is a brim up beanie. So we are going to start with the brim first. For the adult small size, our brim is going to be about 18 inches in length, and it's a best fit for a 20 to 21 inch head circumference. This brim is designed to be a little bit smaller, so we are only going to start with a chain of 4. So we have our chain 4, and now we are going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook and in each of the chains across. So 1, 2, and that will give us a total of 3 single crochets for row 1. Okay, so for row 2 and all rows after that for the brim, we're going to do the single crochet in the back loop only to get that nice ribbed effect for the brim. So we started with a chain 1 and turn, and now we are going to single crochet in the back loop only. So on the stitch, you've got your 2 stitches. Instead of going through both of them as normal, we're going to only insert into the back loop. And we will do 3 stitches across. Perfect. Now we will chain 1 and turn. Now to get the 18 inches, it took me about 45 rows, and all of those rows will be the single crochet in the back loop only for 3 stitches. So for row 3, we'll just repeat those same steps. And we will complete that for the 45 rows total, or until you've reached your 18 inches. So let's go ahead and complete that brim length, and we will meet right back here. So I have my brim here now at 45 rows of the single crochet in the back loop only. And so for measuring, when you straighten it and measure, you do want to give it some stretch before you measure. Otherwise, it will be a little bit too big because we want it to have some stretch when it fits on a head so that it's a snug fit. And you may notice I did switch crochet hooks. The other one I was using was sticking with this yarn for some reason, so I found one that was a little bit more smooth. So now we're ready to bring the ends together so that we can create the actual brim. So we just want to make sure it's straight and bring our ends up together and then kind of turn it around so that we can slip stitch the two sides together. So what we want to do is just bring our hook under the loops, these top loops here, of both sides. And so that we can bring them together here. And then we're going to pull up a loop and just slip stitch that together. And we will do that the 3 stitches all the way across. And then in those last loops there. And chain 1. Now we're going to flip this around inside out so that the seam is on the inside. And we are ready to start round 1 of the body of the hat. So for the first round of the body, we are just going to do a round of single crochets along the top of the brim so that we have a good starting point for the body. So we're just going to single crochet 46 stitches around, just wherever the hook seems like a natural fit to crochet around the top. And just try and keep it as even as you can. So continue crocheting those 46 single crochets all the way around, and I will meet you right back here. Okay, so I have my 46 single crochets around the brim, and then we're just going to join to the top of that first one with a slip stitch to join the round and chain 1. And we are ready for round 2. For round 2, we're just going to single crochet again in each stitch around for a total of the 46 stitches again. So go ahead to complete that round and I will meet you right back here. So I've completed my 46 stitches in round 2 and we're just going to slip stitch to bring the rounds together and chain 1, and we are ready for round 3. So this is the round where the alternating spike stitches are going to be the main stitch we use from here on out. It's quite easy once you get the hang of it. Essentially, it is just alternating with a spike stitch. So we're going to be doing a regular single crochet, then a spiked single crochet. So let's go through that and see how this works. So we're going to begin with a single crochet into the first stitch. And then we're going to do a spike single crochet into the next stitch. So instead of putting our stitch right in here where we normally would, we're actually going to do it right underneath the stitch into the row below. And then we're going to pull that up and finish the stitch. Then we're going to do a regular single crochet. And then we're going to go below again. And we're just going to continue that all the way around for the 46 stitches again. Just going back and forth with the regular crochet and the spike stitch right underneath there. So continue that around and we will meet right back here to move on to round 4. So here I have 45 stitches for round 3, and the last stitch I'm just going to put right into there, finish that up for 46, and then join to the top and chain 1. And we are ready for round 4. Round 3 and round 4 are the 2 repeat rounds, so we'll be going back and forth for the rest of the hat between a repeat of round 3 and round 4, round 3 and round 4. And the only difference is that round 3 starts with the regular single crochet, and round 4 we're starting with the spike single crochet. So instead of doing a single crochet in this first stitch, we're going to start with the spike stitch down below, and then single crochet in the next. Again, it's going to be pretty much the same as the row we just did, just an opposite of what we started with. So when you're doing your spike, you're going to kind of right beside that other one. So not up here, but right beside. And then just continue that around again for 46 stitches. So I have my first 45 stitches for round 4, and then the last stitch is just the regular single crochet, and then join to the top and chain 1. So as I mentioned, we are just going to continue repeating round 3 and round 4 for rounds 5 to 22. And in those rounds, you just repeat the single crochet alternating with a spike single crochet. So round 5 will be a repeat of round 3. So for this round, we will begin with the regular single crochet and moving in to the spike. And again, here you can see it kind of lines up where it goes right beside the previous spikes. And just keep doing that all the way around and alternating those 2 rounds until you've reached 22 rounds, and then we will begin decreasing. So continue on, and I will meet you right back here for the decrease section and finishing off. All right, so I am finished my 22 rounds and I'm ready to begin decreasing. For the decrease section, we are still going to be sure to alternate between the single crochet and the single crochet spike stitch for each stitch that we do. So even when we are doing our 2 crochet together for the decrease, one of those will be a single crochet and one of those will be a spike stitch. So to begin round 23, we're going to single crochet into the first stitch, spike stitch into the next stitch, single crochet, and now we are going to do the two together. So we're going to do our spike stitch, but not pull through, our single crochet. So we have our 3 loops on the hook, and then pull through both of them. So as we continue around now, we're going to do 3 stitches, then the 2 together again. So since we just did the spike and the single, we're going to go with the spike, single, spike, and then our 2 together, single, and spike. So we'll just repeat that all the way around, alternating stitches, doing 3 stitches, then the 2 together, for a total of 37 stitches. The last stitch in the round will be just a regular single crochet, but I will meet you back here for that part. Okay, so I just finished my last 2 together for round 23, and then I'm going to do a single crochet in the final stitch, and then we will just slip stitch to the top of the first stitch and chain 1. Now for round 24, we're simply going to single crochet in each stitch around, again for a total of 37 stitches. So go ahead and do regular single crochet all the way around, and I will meet you back here for round 25. Okay, so I finished round 24 with my 37 single crochets around, and for round 25, we're going back to decreasing, alternating our single crochet and our single crochet spike stitches. So we're going to begin again with a single crochet, and then a single crochet spike stitch, and then the single crochet and the crochet 2 together. So single crochet and the spike together, and then we will do a single crochet, a spike, and the 2 together. So this time we were doing, or last time we were doing 3 stitches and then 2 together. This time we're doing 2 stitches and 2 together. So just continue that all the way around. Single crochet, spike, and then 2 together. And I will meet you right back here for round 26. All right, so round 25 should finish with 28 stitches. And for round 26, we're just going to do another round of straightforward single crochets for 28 stitches total. So go ahead, finish that up, and I will meet you right back here for the last decreasing round. Now I just finished round 26 with my 28 single crochets, and we'll move on to round 27, which is the last of the decrease rounds. For this round, we're just going to single crochet 2 together, in each stitch around. So doing a single crochet decrease for each stitch for a total of 14 stitches at the end. So go ahead and do that decrease all the way around. And we've made it to our final round, round 28, which is simply just single crocheting in each stitch around for a total of 14 stitches to finish it off. So go ahead, complete those stitches, and I'll meet you right back here. So I've completed round 28. Now we will just tie that off. And make sure you leave a nice long tail so we can close the top and sew up the top of the hat here. So I'm going to grab my yarn needle. So we're going to use our yarn needle now to weave around the top of the opening here to bring the top of the beanie closed. So how I like to do that is just weave back and forth through the top of all the stitches at the top of the hat, pulling it a little snugly as I go. All the way around and pull it through for a snug fit. Then you can pull it nice and tight, and you can either sew in back and forth here, or what I like to do is poke that right inside, flip the beanie inside out, and just weave back and forth, sewing that end in nice and tight for a nice tight close. And you can do that a few times so that you're sure of it staying nice and closed. This is all before you finish sewing in this end and tying it off all the way. If you're doing any buttons to secure pom-poms, now is the great time to do that before you finish up. And then there we go. We're all finished. And then you can add your pom-poms if you'd like. Weave in your ends. And you're all done with your Louka Beanie. Thank you so much for joining me today for this very special tutorial. I hope you enjoyed making the Louka Beanie, and I really do hope you go and have a look at all the other fabulous patterns from this year's Crochet Cancer Challenge, and that is all hosted by Sweet Potato 3, and this is the 9th year that she's hosted this challenge. So if you head over to her blog too, you can see all of this year's patterns as well as the previous 8 years. So there's a lot of information and a lot of great designs, especially made for helping those battling cancer. And if you like this video, again, please do let me know. Hit that subscribe and like button. And I can't wait to see all your Louka Beanies and how they turn out. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye!